Welcome back, everybody. This is Emily Gear. I'm a transformative energy healer and a multidimensional channel. This is your weekly channeling / reading, whatever decides to come out. Happy to be here. I just wanted to take a moment, as usual, to put my website on the screen. If you are interested in scheduling a private session or one of the readings that's available by email, you can do that on my website. The rates will be changing in the near future. So I would definitely encourage you to make your purchases now. The other thing that's coming in the near future is I am working diligently on an 8-week-long program called Energy Transformation Accelerator. And it is primarily for spiritual women who would like to overcome difficult and painful thoughts and emotions so that they can move forward in their lives and their careers and their relationships, etc. And that's what I've been working on. There are several pillars to this involving visualizing your future, learning a variety of techniques to become more in touch with your intuition, who you are, what you want in your life. There is direct one-on-one energy healing through Theta Healing. There is belief work that we're doing. A whole lot of different things which will create a transformation by the end of 8 weeks. So I am just putting that out there. I have enrolled a couple people. So if you are interested, the first thing to do is to let me know of your interest and I can send you more information and we can talk further. You can do that in the comments if you are interested, okay? Or you can reach out to me by email, whatever works for you. And that's emily@IamEmilyGear.com. All right, so into the reading for this week. So I already connected, and the first thing that I received, and I will actually pick up the channel again, but I just want to start where I am. The first thing I received was that it's a very simple message for this week, and that is to love your neighbor as yourself. And I realize that is an oft quoted, possibly even overused quote. There I am. I just realized I never put my own face up here. But the truth of the matter is we are in a period of extreme and global shadow work. And that is to say that every individual is recognizing within another the parts of themselves that they need to address and heal and notice and be in awareness of. So if you find yourself seriously frustrated, seriously triggered, looking at things online or individuals in your family or your friends, and you find that you can just barely stand to listen to them anymore, or there's a group of people that you just get really frustrated with. I'm not saying that any of them are right or wrong, but when they trigger us in that way, it's important for us to realize that it is only because we recognize that within ourselves that it is that triggering. Okay? So this, again, a deep period of shadow work. And I know that I talked about this back in the beginning of June when a lot of the rioting started to happen and things like that, because that was the message I received then. Yeah, here's this 7 of Wands just popped out, and I feel like there's that defensive nature that comes up, and you see how he's like defending with the stick when he sees all the other sticks. Like, he's no different than these sticks here. And we see, so we have to dig deeply into the energy that is bothering us. There's a reason it's bothering us, okay? If we were to put that energy to bed, it would no longer surface with such an ugly head for us. Like, you're never going to want to see things that are injustice or anyone suffering. But when it overtakes one in the way that it has for some individuals, and for many of us, honestly, we're all going through this on some level, that indicates that there is a part within you that is unhealed, that this is bringing your attention to. Okay, so that is a really important thing. And so that then brings us to a deeper compassion for every individual, because we have to realize that as part of a whole, we are all experiencing this experience together, even if our perspectives of the whole might be different. Okay, so your neighbor is yourself, and that is the point right now. I'm just pulling out a few cards here. I know I haven't done the cards a lot lately. I haven't been feeling them, but I'm feeling them a little more today. Okay. It is, here we have the Sun, and we have the Eight of Swords, and we have the Eight of Cups. What I'm feeling is actually, what I'm getting is a potent period of enlightenment that is actually breaking you out of a darker period and pushing you forward. A period you may have felt like over this summer being really held back, maybe stuck, and I think you are now being able to move forward, and your pathway is a little better lit. And I'm actually being brought back to what we were just talking about, in the sense that some of these reflections in under other individuals are what is going to guide you, because if you are looking at them through the eyes of compassion, through understanding that every individual, every being that you meet is reflecting you in some way. Okay, that's from the animals that you encounter in the wild, right? The idea of the spirit animal, or however you want to refer to it, to the people in your family that are closest to you. Everything is a reflection of you, because you're perceiving it through your reality. Okay, and in that sense, all things are united in one awareness. Okay. It's important for us to understand that, to see and understand and feel our position. Our position is the wrong word. Our placement within the whole. The more that we can shine the light on the united nature of all things, the more we will be pulled forward on our paths, the more we will be shown, even in the dim light, the way forward. It's when we see ourselves as only individuals, unconnected to others, adverse to others, against others, that we begin to be disenfranchised. Because we lose our power. We actually are giving up our power when we do that. So if you are looking to reclaim your power, if you are feeling disenfranchised, if you're feeling stuck, one of the first steps is to recognize the connectedness of everything. That doesn't make sense on the surface level, but it makes sense on the feeling level. And one of the ways to get to that point is to use prayer or meditation, whatever resonates with you, and clear the mind and allow your energetic body to simply meld at the atomic level with everything around you, and move it out further and further and further as you realize that your presence, your awareness, is much larger than your physical body. In fact, it encompasses as much as you want it to. It can encompass the entire universe. So we are not truly individuals, though we do have the choice to individuate, if that makes sense. Temperance. This does create a profound sense of balance, and it's a process of enlightenment. Okay, temperance with the Emperor. That feels really powerful. I just heard divine manifestation. So it's as if when you unite yourself with the whole, you are, without a doubt, without even trying, you are uniting yourself with source energy, with the divine, right? Because that's what the whole is. And at that point, you become an incredibly powerful manifester of your highest and best good. I mean, I don't even want to talk about, manifesting a business or money or things. It is so much bigger than that. We're talking about manifesting your God self. And those words just came out, and I don't even know what a God self is, but that's what they're saying. The part of you that is part of source, okay? It's a deep and profound part. It is something that cannot be touched by the physical world. It cannot be altered by the physical world. It is just trying to understand. I'm just sort of getting this idea of like a divine blueprint. And through this is channeled the divine energy, which is brought to earth and manifests through us. And when we are in union with this oneness, we are able to bring into existence the highest possible, and whatever that is for you, okay? This is an inward journey. This has nothing to do with anybody else. Everything that you are witnessing on the outside has nothing to do with the outside. It has everything to do with the inside and becoming introspective and realizing your personal power, which is counterintuitively based in melding into the whole, in recognizing your unity with the whole. Okay. I hope this isn't too out there for everybody. I guess I'll know when like 15 people unsubscribe, but that is what is coming through today. We've got the Five of Wands. And the Magician. That's interesting. This feels like a very divine, high vibrational, powerful manifesting energy here. Temperance with the Emperor. This, the Five of Wands and the Magician, feels rather manipulative. It feels very based on competition and ego. And so this is sort of the comparison here. You can have unity consciousness or you can have ego consciousness, and they can coexist within you. And there's nothing wrong with falling back into ego consciousness at times, right? Because that's what it is to be human. It's not a dual system where one is good and one is bad. It's that they just simply are, right? They are part of the same self, the same whole, which is part of a bigger whole, if that makes sense. So I'm actually feeling like, all right, you have a choice here. Which one do you choose to be in? You can choose either one. It's not like there's a punishment. It's not about good and bad. There is simply a consequence for whatever it is that you choose. There is a playing out of energies then from the place that you choose. So, which do you choose? And that's the question here. And we have to stop seeing things from the point of view of, oh, I was bad, I was an ego, or, I'm so holy or something. I don't know. I'm totally into God stuff. None of that is based on a dualistic framework of seeing the universe, and that is what we're being asked to step out of. You can choose either one of these. There will simply be consequences which arise from each, and some of them might be good, and some of them, frankly, might be painful. But they will they will move you in a certain direction. And I'm also hearing that one of the directions is in a circle. So to me, that feels like this path of ego is the path of staying in a karmic cycle, right? That circle. Chariot with the Fool with Judgment. Chariot with the Fool with Judgment. Okay, you are called then to make a new choice. You're called to exert your choice, your power to decide which of these energies you want to be in. And even that's, even to comprehend that requires almost a dualistic point of view. And it's not really like you're choosing between two. It's more selecting on the line of a continuum. What is the energy that aligns with you best? And that is the question here. You may be making a new choice. Do you choose to align to a unity consciousness point of view where you are no longer good or bad, black or white? Maybe you're just one of the shades in a continuum here. This is a new way of seeing things, a new choice that you may be making. It's also not as hard as you think it is. Like, I just really, this is a pretty heavy card here. It's Judgment. It shows Judgment Day. It shows the rapture. This is a carefree energy. And I feel like and there's the Chariot here also, which to me can represent a lot of different things. Right now, it's representing sort of like mental torment. I know that's not what it usually represents, but it's coming through like that to me at this moment. Like the whip, okay? Whipping something forward against its will. And exerting your will over other beings, okay? The way that you would if you were driving a chariot. So what I feel like here is a surrendering of the personal will in favor of the divine will. But knowing that that divine will is united to your personal will on some level. And the less that we attempt to, this is going to come out wrong, I'm sure. The less we try to grasp and understand that, the better we will grasp and understand that, if that makes sense. It is not something that is calculable by the human mind. This is a sense of being. This is a state of being. The surrender of the human will to the divine will. And the knowledge and understanding that they are truly the same thing at their essence, at their core. But, again, they are also different. The human will, the divine will. I'm just hearing there is no difference. And the thing that sets them apart is the surrender. I feel like I'm talking crazy right now. I feel like I'm not making any sense. I hope somebody is getting this. Because to be totally honest, I'm not sure that I am absorbing it all as I'm saying it. I'll have to listen to this again later. All right, let me just get a couple more cards here. We've got the Nine of Pentacles with the Five of Swords and the Five of Cups. Are you tired of standing alone? Are you tired? Are you tired of the pain and suffering that comes with this kind of ego exertion? It's time. It's time to let that go. There's nothing to be gained there. There's nothing to be gained by attempting to control situations from your own steering wheel, because you cannot see the way that source can see. You can only see through your human eyes when you are looking through your human eyes. You can see through your divine eyes when you are looking through your divine eyes. It is so simple when you think of it that way. Just put your human eyes on hiatus. There's nothing wrong with them, okay? There's nothing wrong with what you've been doing. It is part of you, and therefore it is, I want to say it is holy, like that's not a word I use, but it's part of you, so therefore it is good, okay? But there is another choice. And the consequence of this ego state is this pain. Is there anything wrong with the pain? Or people who suffer or who are going through suffering? No, it's not a moral judgment, but it's uncomfortable. If you had a choice. And that doesn't mean you will not have pain if you are aligning with divine will, but it will not be the same kind of pain. You will be seeing through the divine eyes, not the human eyes. That's how they're putting it to me. I hope that makes sense to you guys. All right, let me pull a few oracle cards. This is Keepers of the Light. I just laugh because I get these messages and I'm like, I know a bunch of people are going to unsubscribe because it is not sexy. It is not exciting. This is what keeps coming through. Yep, Saint Germain, karma releasing. Move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. 100% what we've been talking about. Next, Krishna, devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. And these are both, I mean, the Saint Germain card is 100% what we've been talking about, but I feel like adding Krishna in here is essentially saying, listen, you've done nothing wrong. You're loved unconditionally. You're on the right path. You're guided. You're supported. Simply follow your guidance to that most aligned place and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. The fears that you won't be fine are based in are through the human eyes, okay? That is the human sight. The knowledge that you always were, always will be, and always have been supported and fine, that is the divine sight. So, guys, I thank you very much. I hope that this was helpful. Please let me know in the comments, and don't forget to reach out to me if you would like to know more about the 8-week program I have coming up probably this fall. And, of course, check out my website, IamEmilyGear.com, for private sessions, private readings, and readings by email. Because don't forget, those rates will be changing soon. So, thank you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.